Hi, fourth graders. It's Mr. Lever. You folks have been doing a lot of work with division, and you've been dividing two-digit numbers by one-digit numbers. Today, I'm going to show you how to divide a three-digit number by a one-digit number. And I'm going to be showing you using the partial products, the partial quotients, as well as the standard algorithm. So first, we're going to get a three-digit number, and we're going to divide it by a one-digit number. So let's start with 932 divided by 4. I'm going to show you first using the big 7 or the partial quotients. What we've been doing with partial quotients, we're going to use our known facts to help us. So I want to know, how many times does 4 go into 932? Well, I know that 4 times 2 is 8. So that would mean that 4 times 20 would be 80, and that 4 times 200 would be 800. So I'm going to take out 200 groups of 4. I'm going to put my partial quotient off to the side because I'm taking out 200 groups of 4, which is 800. And then next, I subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2, 30 minus 0 is 30, and 900 minus 800 is 100. Next, I want to ask myself, what known facts can I subtract out of 132? Well, remember, I knew that if 4 times 2 is 8, then 4 times 20 would be 80. So I'm going to take out 20 groups of 4. 2 minus 0 is 2. I can't take away 8 from 3, can I? So I'm going to have to borrow 10 groups of 10. Give me 13. And 13 minus 8 is 5. How many groups of 4 can I take out next? Well, I know that 10 groups of 4 is 40. So I'm going to take out 10 groups of 4. And I'm going to repeat. I'm going to subtract again. 2 minus 0 is 2. And 5 minus 4, or 50 minus 40, is 10. And I'm left with 12. Well, I know that 4 times 3 is 12. So I'm going to take out 3 groups of 4. And 12 minus 12 is 0. Now, remember, mathematicians, our very last step is to add all of our partial quotients together. I know that 3 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 3. 20 plus 10 plus 0 is 30. And 200 plus nothing else is 200. So 932 divided by 4 is 233. Let's try doing this using the standard algorithm. (932) divided by 4. So in this, we're going to ask ourselves, how many times does 4 go into 9? Well, 4 goes into 9 twice, except 9's in the hundreds. So we know that actually 4 goes into 9 200 times. And we still get 800. Then we subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. 30 minus 0 is 30. And 900 minus 800 is 100. Our next step is to ask ourselves, how many times does 4 go into 1? Well, it doesn't. So now we have to group these numbers together and say, how many times does 4 go into 13? Well, 4 goes into 13 3 times without going over. It's 4, 8, 12. So I'm going to take out 12, which is actually 120 because we're in the tens place. Then we subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. 13 minus 12 is 1. Oh, I have 12 again. We just did that. So I can take out another 3 groups of 4. So 12 minus 12 is 0, and we still get 233. Let's try doing this again with a different number. Let's do 168 divided by 8. Again, I'm going to show you first using the big 7, or the partial products. And I'm going to use my known facts about my 8 to help me. Well, right away, I see 16. And I know that 8 times 2 is 16. So if 8 times 2 is 16, then 8 times 20 would be 160. So I'm going to take out 20 groups of 8. And I'm left with just 8 left over. Well, I know that 8 goes into 8 one time. So I'm going to take out one group of 8. And I have no remainders. Then I add up my partial quotients. So 20 plus 1 is 21. Let's try doing this problem with standard logarithm. Okay, well, this one's going to be very similar. 8 does not go into 1. I'm going to put a 0 here because I know that I have no groups of hundreds. But 8 goes into 16 2 times. But remember, we're in the tens place, so it's actually 20 times. Now, some of you might see your teachers put an arrow down. An arrow and a 0 mean the same thing. They're both place value holders right here, so that we know that we're not just taking out 16 from our 168. We're taking out 160. So I prefer to show that with a 0. And now I have 8 minus 0 is 8, and 16 minus 16 is 0. And then next, we know that 8 goes into 8 one time. So I'm going to subtract one group of 8 from 8 to get 0. And here we still have that 168 divided by 8 is 21. Okay, so boys and girls, you're going to practice dividing some 3-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers on your Seesaw today.